Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video I'm just going to be reviewing the film Am I Okay? Was it okay? It was okay. So I watched this film yesterday at the online Sundance Film Festival, the magic of VPN. And I thought I'd share my thoughts with you about this film, even though you didn't ask. What's it like to be wanted? Somebody please tell me. I'll just say right now that Dakota Johnson has this very kind of all-knowing and inquisitive look in her eye. I would not lie in front of Dakota Johnson. She would know that I was lying, and it would be embarrassing for everyone involved. Yeah, not that I'm a lying person, you know, I don't usually lie unless it's to the police, because self-explanatory really. Directed by Tig Notaro and her wife Stephanie Allen, Am I Okay is a film about female friendship, and it's an older coming-of-age story, which is interesting because most coming-of-age films are about people finding themselves and who they are at a much younger age, whereas this film is about that happening much later in life. The film follows lifelong best friends Lucy and Jane, who are convinced they know everything there is to know about each other. When Jane announces she's moving from LA to London for a job, Lucy reveals a deeply buried, long-held secret. She is a fruit. So what did I like about this film? Well, production-wise, it's very crisp and well shot, and has quite an artistic edge to it, which I appreciated. Another thing I noticed about this film is the essence of Tig and Stephanie kind of bleeds through in the dialogue and the humour. It's almost like their aura comes through in this film. It's just very quintessentially theirs. And I know that the film is literally their production, but it's just you can kind of hear Tig through this film. I also enjoyed Dakota Johnson wearing a beanie and ordering veggie burgers in this film. I mean, how her friend did not know that she was a lesbian is interesting. I felt like Dakota Johnson gave a very kind of raw and in-depth performance in this movie, and I've never seen her in a film before, so I didn't really have any expectations of her, but I was just, yeah, pleasantly surprised. Not that I assumed that she'd be a bad actor, you know, I'm not lying about that. Like I said, she knows if I'm lying, so I am being, like, honest here. Not that she's gonna watch this review, okay, I'm nervous, you know, the noose of lies hangs around my neck. No. All of the acting in this film was actually very solid. There wasn't one bad actor in this film. The casting was pretty airtight. Everybody kind of understood the assignment. So I wasn't expecting any actual lesbianism in this film. As far as I knew, it was just about kind of coming out, and that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, but there was, and I enjoyed it. It was great because Dakota Johnson was really committed to this role, and there was also just a lot of chemistry between the characters of Lucy and Brittany, and chemistry. There was chemistry. And even though Brittany turns out to be kind of, I don't want to say shady, let's just say Brittany turns out to not be very kind of committed and treats Lucy as kind of like an experiment, which we've all been there. We have. Who doesn't love surprise lesbians? It's great. So like I said, this film is very much about female friendship and concentrates on the relationship between Lucy and her best friend Jane, and you do wonder if there's some kind of underlying lesbian tension or suggestion there, and it would have worked if they took it there, but I didn't mind that they didn't take it there, and you know, it was also about friendship and navigating friendships, and it is really interesting actually, the dynamic between lesbians and straight women when it comes to friendship. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's for another video, I guess. Jane also had huge lesbian vibes, and I had a hard time believing that Jane was actually in a heterosexual relationship with somebody who also gave off fruity vibes. We'll get to that later. I feel like the dialogue was actually one of the film's strong points because it was very realistic. Yeah. We also get a cameo of Tig Notaro wearing a wig in this film, and I have to say that was the highlight. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss novel, and I wish it was. I enjoyed Tig's cameo because it was so unexpected, and just her in a wig, it's just appeals to my sense of humour. I really don't have a lot of criticisms for this film. I don't. And I think that's because I understood where the film was coming from and what it was about. I think if I'm going to be objective, the pacing was a little bit slow in some places, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but the film also felt a little bit aimless, which of course complements the character of Lucy, who is somewhat aimless in her own life. And even though I understand where the film is coming from and feel like I understand the point of it, I think as a viewer you can be left wanting a little bit more, or just wanting a bit more of a solid direction or narrative, because the film feels quite non-committal. Also, like I said earlier, I did have a bit of a hard time believing that Jane was... I'm not sure that she was supposed to be heterosexual, but I had a hard time believing her heterosexual relationship. When we were first introduced to her boyfriend, I literally just assumed he was gay. Like, yes, straight actors can play gay roles, and yes, gay actors can play straight roles, but sometimes I do believe there's a line. Overall, I like this film and I do think it's worth watching, you know, it's just a cute little film. Look, it's a well-made film which takes an interesting look at coming out later in life, you know, so it's like a shiny rare Pokemon card as well. And the film comes from a good place with good intentions, and Dakota Johnson is just the cherry on top of that cake, so it's delicious. Wow. Okay guys, if you've seen Am I Okay, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.